boy, noun, a young male. Verb, to use the word boy to refer to someone. Interjection, exclamation of surprise, pleasure or longing. Cave, noun, a large, naturally occurring cavity formed underground or in the face of a cliff or a hillside. Verb, to surrender, pretending. Verb, to claim, to allege, especially when falsely or as a form of deliberate deception. Noun, the act of imagining, make believe. Noun, abbreviation of penny, pence. Noun, one of the many pieces of paper bound together within a book or similar document. Noun, a serving boy, a youth attending a person of high degree, especially at courts, as a position of honor and education. Preposition, for each. Preposition, after, especially after a significant event that has long-term ramifications. Adverb, somewhat, fairly, quite, sometimes also, by meiosis, very. Verb, to decorate with fringe or embroidered edge. Verb, to upset, to spin, capsize, fall heavily, fall headlong. Verb, to flow with a murmuring sound in swirls and eddies. Applause. Noun, the act of applauding, approbation and praise publicly expressed by the clapping of hands, stamping or tapping of the feet. Acclamation, huzzas, or other means. Marked commendation. Cons. Noun, a disadvantage of something, especially when contrasted with its advantages. Pros. Noun, a convicted criminal, a convict. Noun, a fraud, something carried out with the intention of deceiving, usually for personal, often illegal, gain. Noun, an organized gathering such as a convention, conference or congress. Noun, the conversion of part of a building. Longshoreman. Noun, a man employed to load and unload ships. Musical. Noun, a stage performance, show or film that involves singing, dancing and musical numbers performed by the cast as well as acting. Adjective, of, belonging or relating to music, or to its performance or notation. Avoided. Verb, to try not to meet or communicate with, a person, to shun. Registered. Verb, to enter in a register. Adjective, having had one's name added to an official list or entered into a register. Soap. Noun, a substance able to mix with both oil and water. Used for cleaning, often in the form of a solid bar or in liquid form. Derived from fats or made synthetically. Verb, to apply soap to in washing. Smaller. Adjective, not large or big, insignificant, few in number. Adverb, in a small fashion. Ordered. Verb, to set in some sort of order. Adjective, in order, not messy, tidy. Problems. Noun, a difficulty that has to be resolved or dealt with. Discharge. Noun, pus or exudate, other than blood, from a wound or orifice, usually due to infection or pathology. Verb, to accomplish or complete, as an obligation. Expert. Noun, a person with extensive knowledge or ability in a given subject. Adjective, extraordinarily capable or knowledgeable. Black. Noun, the color perceived in the absence of light, but also when no light is reflected, but rather absorbed. Verb, to make black, to blacken. Adjective, of an object, absorbing all light and reflecting none. Dark and hueless. School. Noun, collective, a group of fish or a group of marine mammals such as porpoises, dolphins, or whales. Verb, of fish, to form into, or travel in a school. Operator. Noun, one who operates. Protect. Verb, to keep safe, to defend, to guard, to prevent harm coming to. Clubs. Noun, an association of members joining together for some common purpose, especially sports or recreation. Verb, to hit with a club. Noun, one of the four suits of playing cards. marked with the symbol club suit. Noun. A game in which questions are asked for the purpose of enabling the questioners to discover a word or thing previously selected by two persons who answer the questions. Lend. Noun. The lumbar region, loin. Reached. Verb. To extend, stretch, or thrust out, for example a limb or object held in the hand. Luck. Noun. Something that happens to someone by chance. A chance occurrence. Especially a favorable one. Verb. To succeed by chance. My. Interjection. Used to express surprise, shock or amazement. Serves. Noun. An act of putting the ball or shuttlecock in play in various games. Verb. Personal. To provide a service. Or, by extension, a product, especially food or drink. Lottery. Noun. A scheme for the distribution of prizes by lot or chance. Especially a gaming scheme in which one or more tickets bearing particular numbers drop prizes. The other tickets are blanks. Secreted. Verb. To make or keep secret. Experienced. Verb. To observe certain events, undergo a certain feeling or process, or perform certain actions that may alter one or contribute to one's knowledge, opinions, or skills. Adjective. Having experience and skill in a subject. Remove. Noun. The act of removing something. Verb. To move something from one place to another. Especially to take away. Leaders. Noun. Any person that leads or directs. Achieve. Verb. To succeed in something, now especially in academic performance. Highest. Adjective. Very elevated. Extending or being far above a base. Tall. Lofty. Adverb. In or to an elevated position. Dignity. Noun. The state of being dignified or worthy of esteem. Elevation of mind or character. Liberal. Noun. One with liberal views. Supporting individual liberty. See Wikipedia's article on liberalism. Adjective. Now rare outside set phrases. Pertaining to those arts and sciences the study of which is considered to provide general knowledge. As opposed to vocational, occupational, technical or mechanical training. Lifting. Verb. To raise or rise. Noun. The action or process by which something is lifted. Elevation. Length. Noun. The distance measured along the longest dimension of an object. Verb. To lengthen. Craft. Noun. Strength. Power. Might. Force. Verb. To make by hand and with much skill. Beginners. Noun. Someone who is just starting at something, or has only recently started. Lawn. Noun. An open space between woods. Cache. Noun. A store of things that may be required in the future, which can be retrieved rapidly, protected or hidden in some way. Verb. To place in a cache. Both. Pronoun. Each of the two, or of the two kinds. Conjunction. Including both of. Used within. Festival. Noun. An event or community gathering. Usually staged by a local community, which centers on some theme, sometimes on some unique aspect of the community. Adjective. Pertaining to a feast or feast day. Now only as the noun used attributively. Granularity. Noun. The condition of being granular. Confirmed. Verb. To strengthen. To make firm or resolute. Adjective. Having a settled habit. Inveterate or habitual. Impose. Verb. To establish or apply by authority. Payment. Noun. The act of paying. Knitting. Verb. To turn thread or yarn into a piece of fabric by forming loops that are pulled through each other. This can be done by hand with needles or by machine. Noun. The action of the verb to knit. The process of producing knitted material. Lens. Noun. An object, usually made of glass, that focuses or defocuses the light that passes through it. Verb. To film. Shoot. Ideas. Noun. An abstract archetype of a given thing. compared to which real-life examples are seen as imperfect approximations, pure essence, as opposed to actual examples. Mentions. Noun. A speaking or notice of anything, usually in a brief or cursory manner, used especially in the phrase make mention of. Verb. To make a short reference to something. Jingled. Verb. To make a noise of metal or glass clattering against itself. Founder. Noun. One who founds or establishes. Especially said of a company, project, organization, state. Slippers. Noun. A low soft shoe that can be slipped on and off easily. Insecticides. Noun. A substance used to kill insects. Auditor. Noun. One who audits bookkeeping accounts. Covering. Verb. To place something over or upon, as to conceal or protect. Spit. Noun. A thin metal or wooden rod on which meat is skewered for cooking. Often over a fire. Verb. To impale on a spit. To pierce with a sharp object. Chat. Noun. Informal conversation. Verb. To be engaged in informal conversation. Bus. Noun. A motor vehicle for transporting large numbers of people along roads. Verb. To transport via a motor bus. Project. Noun. A planned endeavor, usually with a specific goal and accomplished in several steps or stages. Verb. To extend beyond a surface. Bathtub. Noun. A large container for holding water in which a person may bathe, take a bath. Drag. Noun. Resistance of the air, or some other fluid, to something moving through it. Verb. To pull along a surface or through a medium, sometimes with difficulty. Deprived. Verb. To take something away from someone, and keep it away. To deny someone something. Adjective. Subject to deprivation. Poor. Schema. Noun. An outline or image universally applicable to a general conception, under which it is likely to be presented to the mind. For example, a body schema. Might. Noun. Power, strength, force or influence held by a person or group. Adjective. Mighty, powerful. Idioms. Noun. A manner of speaking, a mode of expression peculiar to a language, person, or group of people. Country. Noun. Chiefly British. An area of land, a district, region. Adjective. From or in the countryside or connected with it. Noun. A style of popular music that originated in the folk music of the rural population of the southern and western United States and characterized by string band instruments and simple melodies. Count. Noun. The act of counting or tallying a quantity. Verb. To recite numbers in sequence. Adjective. Grammar. Countable. Routine. Noun. A course of action to be followed regularly. A standard procedure. Adjective. According to established procedure. Fireplace. Noun. An open hearth for holding a fire at the base of a chimney. Canvas. Noun. A type of coarse cloth, woven from hemp, useful for making sails and tents or as a surface for paintings. Verb. To cover an area or object with canvas. Expected. Verb. To predict or believe that something will happen. Adjective. Anticipated. Thought to be about to arrive or occur. Stands. Noun. The act of standing. Verb. Heading. To position or be positioned physically. Experienced. Verb. To observe certain events. Undergo a certain feeling or process. Or perform certain actions that may alter one or contribute to one's knowledge, opinions, or skills. Adjective. Having experience and skill in a subject. Adapter. Noun. One who is capable of adapting to differing situations. 50th. Noun. The person or thing in the 50th position. Adjective. The ordinal form of the number 50. Hill. Noun. An elevated location smaller than a mountain. Verb. To form into a heap or mound. Negative. Noun. refusal or withholding of assents. Prohibition. Veto. Verb, to refuse. To veto. Adjective, not positive nor neutral. Interjection. Signaling. An elaborate synonym for no. Gather. Noun, a play or fold in cloth, made by drawing a thread through it. A pucker. Verb, to collect, normally separate things. Followed. Verb, to go after, to pursue, to move behind in the same path or direction. Intelligence. Noun, capacity of mind, especially to understand principles, truths, facts or meanings, acquire knowledge, and apply it to practice. The ability to comprehend and learn. Dinner. Noun, a midday meal, in a context in which the evening meal is called supper or tea. Verb, to eat a dinner. Pastries. Noun, a baked food item made from flour and fat pastes such as pie crust. Also tarts, bear claws, Napoleons, puff pastries, etc. Responsible. Noun, the individual who bears the responsibility for something. Adjective, followed by, for, having the duty of taking care of something. Answerable for an act performed or for its consequences. Accountable. Amenable, especially legally or politically. Produced. Verb, to yield, make or manufacture, to generate. Mouse. Noun, any small rodent of the genus Mus. Verb, to move cautiously or furtively, in the manner of a mouse. The rodent, frequently used in the phrasal verb to mouse around. Cry. Noun, a shedding of tears, the act of crying. Verb, to shed tears, to weep. Cheese. Noun, a dairy product made from curdled or cultured milk. Verb, to prepare curds for making cheese. Interjection. Said while being photographed, to give the impression of smiling. Immediately. Adverb, in an immediate manner, instantly or without delay. Conjunction. Directly. As soon as. Indicates that the independent clause describes something that occurs immediately after the dependent clause's referent does. Men. Noun, an adult male human. Noun, collective, the people, humanity. Hug. Noun, a close embrace, especially when charged with such an emotion as represented by affection, joy, relief, lust, anger, aggression, compassion, and the like, as opposed to being characterized by formality, equivocation or ambivalence. A half embrace or little hug. Verb, to crouch, huddle as with cold. Databases. Noun, general, a collection of, usually, organized information in a regular structure. Usually but not necessarily in a machine-readable format accessible by a computer. Verb, to enter data into a database. Affectionate. Adjective, of a person. Having affection or warm regard. Loving. Fond. Leaf. Noun, the usually green and flat organ that represents the most prominent feature of most vegetative plants. Verb, to produce leaves. Put forth foliage. Aforementioned. Noun, the one or ones mentioned previously. Adjective, previously mentioned. Behave. Verb, to conduct oneself well, or in a given way. Rod. Noun, a straight, round stick, shaft, bar, cane, or staff. Verb, to reinforce concrete with metal rods. Planing. Verb, to smooth wood with a plane. Verb, to move in a way that lifts the bow of a boat out of the water. Noun, the act by which something is planed. Evaluated. Verb, to draw conclusions from examining. To assess. Enhancements. Noun, improvement. Conducts. Noun, the act or method of controlling or directing. Verb, to lead, or guide. To escort. Spa. Noun, a health resort near a mineral spring or hot spring. Dream. Noun, imaginary events seen in the mind while sleeping. Verb, To see imaginary events in one's mind while sleeping. Adjective. Ideal. Perfect. Intolerant. Noun. One who is intolerant. A bigot. Determine. Verb. To set the boundaries or limits of. Organize. Verb. To arrange in working order. Gum. Noun. Often in the plural. The flesh around the teeth. Verb. To chew, especially of a toothless person or animal. Lifting. Verb. To raise or rise. Noun. The action or process by which something is lifted. Elevation. Opener. Noun. A person who opens something. Football. Noun. General. A sport played on foot in which teams attempt to get a ball into a goal or zone defended by the other team. Verb. To play football. Requested. Verb. To ask for something. Complex. Noun. A network of interconnected systems. Verb. To form a complex with another substance. Adjective. Made up of multiple parts. Composite. Not simple. Numbness. Noun. Absent or reduced sensitivity to cutaneous stimulation. Sections. Noun. A cutting. A part cut out from the rest of something. Verb. To cut, divide or separate into pieces. Setting. Verb. To put something down. To rest. Verb. To divide a class group in a subject according to ability. Noun. The time, place and circumstance in which something, such as a story or picture, is set. Context. Scenario. Adjective. That disappears below the horizon. Moon. Proper noun. The Earth's moon Luna, the sole natural satellite of the Earth, represented in astronomy and astrology by. Noun. By extension of moon. Any natural satellite of a planet. Verb. To display one's buttocks to. Typically as a jest, insult, or protest. Gingerbread. Noun. A type of cake whose main flavoring is ginger. Pyramid. Noun. An ancient massive construction with a square or rectangular base and 4 triangular sides meeting in an apex, such as those built as tombs in Egypt or as bases for temples in Mesoamerica. Verb. To build up or be arranged in the form of a pyramid. References. Noun. A relationship or relation to something. Verb. To provide a list of references for a text. Primitive. Noun. An original or primary word. A word not derived from another. As opposed to derivative. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the beginning or origin. Or to early times. Original. Primordial. Primeval. First. Energetic. Adjective. Possessing or pertaining to energy. Spoilt. Verb. To strip someone who has been killed or defeated of their arms or armor. Adjective. Having lost its original value. Shoes. Noun. A protective covering for the foot, with a bottom part composed of thick leather or plastic sole and often a thicker heel, and a softer upper part made of leather or synthetic material. Shoes generally do not extend above the ankle, as opposed to boots, which do. Verb. To put shoes on one's feet. Extremely. Adverb. Degree, to an extreme degree. Observation. Noun. The act of observing, and the fact of being observed. See observance. Got. Verb. Detransitive, to obtain, to acquire. Directed. Verb. To manage, control, steer. Adjective. In a manner emphasizing one's point of view. Menu. Noun. The details of the food to be served at a banquet. A bill of fare. Mall. Noun. A pedestrianized street, especially a shopping precinct. Verb. To beat with a maul. Or mallet. To beat with something heavy. To bruise. Cheap. Noun. Trade. Traffic. Chaffer. Chaffering. Verb. To trade. Traffic. Bargain. Chaffer. Ask the price of goods. Cheapen goods. Adjective. Low and or reduced in price. Adverb. Cheaply. Praised. Verb. To give praise to. To commend, glorify, or worship. Kindly. Adjective. Having a kind personality. Kind, warm-hearted, sympathetic. Risk. Noun. A possible adverse event or outcome. Verb. To incur risk of something. Optimized. Verb. Originally intransitive. To act optimistically or as an optimist. Eighth. Noun. The person or thing in the eighth position. Verb. To divide by 8. Adjective. The ordinal form of the number 8. Disciplined. Verb. To train someone by instruction and practice. Adjective. Possessing mental discipline. Baker. Noun. A person who bakes and sells bread, cakes and similar items. Returned. Verb. To come or go back, to a place or person. Adjective. Bent back, angled. Complicated. Verb. To make complex. To modify so as to make something intricate or difficult. Adjective. Difficult or convoluted. Earthquake. Noun. A shaking of the ground, caused by volcanic activity or movement around geologic faults. Digest. Verb. To distribute or arrange methodically. To work over and classify. To reduce to portions for ready use or application. Parents. Noun. One of the two persons from whom one is immediately biologically descended. A mother or father. Verb. To act as parent. To raise or rear. Softly. Adverb. In a soft manner. Gently. Eligible. Noun. One who is eligible. Adjective. Allowed to and meeting the necessary conditions required to participate in or be chosen for something. Packaging. Verb. To pack or bundle something. Noun. The act of packing something. Judicial. Noun. That branch of government which is responsible for maintaining the courts of law and for the administration of justice. Adjective. Of or relating to the administration of justice. Pairing. Verb. To group into one or more sets of two. Verb. To impair. To make worse. Noun. The combination or union of two things. Rapidly. Adverb. With speed. In a rapid manner. Saying. Verb. To pronounce. Verb. To try. To essay. Noun. A proverb or maxim. Climb. Noun. An act of climbing. Verb. To ascend. Rise. To go up. Nowadays. Adverb. At the present time. In the current era. Crossing. Verb. To make or form a cross. Noun. An intersection where roads, lines, or tracks cross. Adjective. Extending or lying across. In a crosswise direction. Discourse. Noun. Verbal exchange. Conversation. Verb. To engage in discussion or conversation. To converse. Engraved. Verb. To carve text or symbols into something. Usually for the purposes of identification or art. Verb. To put in a grave. To bury. Adjective. Made by engraving. Cruel. Verb. To spoil or ruin one's chance of success. Adjective. Intentionally causing or reveling in pain and suffering. Merciless. Heartless. Adverb. To a great degree. Terribly. Seat. Noun. Something to be sat upon. Verb. To put an object into a place where it will rest. To fix. To set firm. Greater. Adjective. Relatively large in scale, size, extent, number, i.e. having many parts or members. Or duration, i.e. relatively long, very big. Campaign. Noun. A series of operations undertaken to achieve a set goal. Verb. To take part in a campaign. Operational. Adjective. Of or relating to operations, especially military operations. Joker. Noun. A person who makes jokes. Returns. Noun. The act of returning. Verb. To come or go back. To a place or person. Noun. Merchandise returned to the retailer. Wholesaler or supplier. Come down with. Verb. To contract or get an illness, to show symptoms of. Opinions. Noun. a subjective belief, judgment or perspective that a person has formed about a topic, issue, person or thing. Verb, to have or express as an opinion. Prejudice. Noun, an adverse judgment or opinion formed beforehand or without knowledge of the facts. Verb, to have a negative impact on someone's position, chances, etc. Promoting. Verb, to raise someone to a more important, responsible, or remunerative job or rank. Container. Noun, someone who contains, something that contains. Lifetime. Noun, the duration of the life of someone or something. Cluttered. Verb, to fill something with clutter. Adjective, scattered with a disorderly mixture of objects that take up space. Littered. Foul. Adjective, covered with, or containing unclean matter, dirty. Glove. Noun, an item of clothing other than a mitten, covering all or part of the hand and fingers, but usually allowing independent movement of the fingers. Verb, to catch the ball in a baseball mitt. Bury. Noun, a burrow. Verb, to ritualistically enter in a grave or tomb. Characters. Noun, a being involved in the action of a story. Biking. Verb, to ride a bike. Noun, the sport of riding a bicycle. Interested. Verb, to engage the attention of, to awaken interest in, to excite emotion or passion in behalf of a person or thing. Adjective, having or showing interest, hopefully. Adverb, in a hopeful manner. Basics. Noun, a necessary commodity, a staple requirement. Blow up. Verb, to explode or be destroyed by explosion. Hose. Noun, a flexible tube conveying water or other fluid. Verb, to water or spray with a hose. Legislation. Noun, the act of legislating, preparation and enactment of laws, the laws enacted. Space. Noun, heading, of time. Verb, to roam, walk, wander. Permits. Noun, an artifact or document rendering something allowed or legal. Verb, to allow something to happen, to give permission for. Depth. Noun, the vertical distance below a surface, the degree to which something is deep. Degree. Noun, a stage of proficiency or qualification in a course of study. Now especially an award bestowed by a university or, in some countries, a college, as a certification of academic achievement. In the United States, can include secondary schools. Announced. Verb, to give public notice, especially for the first time, to make known. Bundle. Noun, a group of objects held together by wrapping or tying. Verb, to tie or wrap together into a bundle. Verb, often with on, to jump into a dog pile. Mail. Noun, a bag or wallet. Verb, detransitive, to send a letter, parcel, etc., through the mail. Incense. Noun, a perfume used in the rites of various religions. Verb, to anger or infuriate. Gratitude. Noun, the state of being grateful. Blood. Noun, a member of the Los Angeles gang the Bloods. Noun, a vital liquid flowing in the bodies of many types of animals that usually conveys nutrients and oxygen. Invertebrates. It is colored red by hemoglobin. Is conveyed by arteries and veins. Is pumped by the heart and is usually generated in bone marrow. Verb, to cause something to be covered with blood. To bloody. Hunt. Noun, the act of hunting. Verb, to find or search for an animal in the wild with the intention of killing the animal for its meat. Or for sport. Beyond. Noun, the unknown. Adverb, farther along or away. Preposition, further away than. League. Noun, a group or association of cooperating members. Verb, to form an association. To unite in a league or confederacy. To combine for mutual support. Noun, a version of rugby football. Played between two teams of 13. Discuss. Verb, to converse or debate concerning a particular topic. Bar. Noun. A solid, more or less rigid object of metal or wood with a uniform cross-section smaller than its length. Conjunctions. Noun. The act of joining, or condition of being joined. Excessive. Adjective. Exceeding the usual bounds of something. Extravagant. Immoderate. Sections. Noun. A cutting. A part cut out from the rest of something. Verb. To cut, divide or separate into pieces. Nurturing. Verb. To nourish or nurse. Start. Noun. The beginning of an activity. Ideally. Adverb. In an ideal way, perfectly. Daydreams. Noun. A spontaneous and fanciful series of thoughts while awake not connected to immediate reality. Scroll. Noun. A roll of paper or parchment. A writing formed into a roll. Verb. To change one's view of data on a computer's display, typically using a scroll bar or a scroll wheel to move in gradual increments. Monocle. Noun. A single lens, usually in a wireframe, and used to correct vision for only one eye. Appeared. Verb. To come or be in sight, to be in view, to become visible. Lasted. Verb. To perform, carry out. Verb. To shape with a last. To fasten or fit to a last. To place smoothly on a last. Coal. Noun. A black rock formed from prehistoric plant remains. Composed largely of carbon and burned as a fuel. Verb. To take on a supply of coal. Usually of steamships. Mature. Adjective. Fully developed. Grown up in terms of physical appearance, behavior or thinking. Ripe. Closet. Noun. Any private area, particularly bowers in the open air. Verb. To shut away for private discussion. Adjective. Private. Mix. Verb. To stir together. Delicious. Adjective. Pleasing to taste, tasty. Bill. Noun. Any of various bladed or pointed handweapons. Originally designating an Anglo-Saxon sword, and later a weapon of infantry, especially in the 14th and 15th centuries, commonly consisting of a broad, heavy, double-edged, hook-shaped blade, with a short pike at the back and another at the top, attached to the end of a long staff. Verb. To dig, chop, etc. With a bill. Inclusion. Noun. An addition or annex to a group, set, or total. Networking. Verb. To interact socially for the purpose of getting connections or personal advancement. Noun. The use of computer networks. Salesperson. Noun. A person whose job is to sell things, either in a shop, store or elsewhere. Disappeared. Verb. To vanish. Adjective. Often of a political dissident, caused to disappear. Hiding. Verb. To put something in a place where it will be harder to discover or out of sight. Verb. To beat with a whip made from hide. Noun. A state of concealment. Manner. Noun. Mode of action. Way of performing or doing anything. Signs. Noun. Sometimes also used uncountably, a visible indication. Verb. To make a mark. Curator. Noun. A person who manages, administers or organizes a collection, either independently or employed by a museum, library, archive or zoo. 80. Numeral. The cardinal number occurring after 79 and before 81. Represented in Roman numerals as LXXX and in Arabic numerals as 80. Founded. Verb. To start. An institution or organization. Verb. To melt, especially of metal in an industrial setting. Adjective. Having a basis. Curling. Verb. To cause to move in a curve. Noun. The action or motion of something that curls or is curled. Processes. Noun. A series of events which produce a result. The product. Verb. To perform a particular process on a thing. Verb. To walk in a procession. Facilitate. Verb. To make easy or easier. Region. Noun. Any considerable and connected part of a space or surface. Specifically, a tract of land or sea of considerable but indefinite extent. A country. A district. In a broad sense. A place without special reference to location or extent but viewed as an entity for geographical, social or cultural reasons. Stand. Noun, the act of standing. Verb, heading, to position or be positioned physically. Curator. Noun, a person who manages, administers or organizes a collection, either independently or employed by a museum, library, archive or zoo. Neighbor. Noun, a person living on adjacent or nearby land. A person situated adjacently or nearby. Anything of the same type of thing as the subject, in an adjacent or nearby position. Verb, to be adjacent to. Game. Noun, a playful or competitive activity. Verb, to gamble. Adjective, willing to participate. Calculate. Verb, to determine the value of something or the solution to something by a mathematical process. Flexibility. Noun, the quality of being flexible. Suppleness, pliability. Drug. Noun, a substance used to treat an illness, relieve a symptom, or modify a chemical process in the body for a specific purpose. Verb, to administer intoxicating drugs to, generally without the recipient's knowledge or consent. Applied. Adjective, put into practical use. Verb, to lay or place, to put one thing to another. Scientist. Noun, one whose activities make use of the scientific method to answer questions regarding the measurable universe. A scientist may be involved in original research, or make use of the results of the research of others. Act. Noun, something done, a deed. Verb, to do something. Foggy. Adjective, obscured by mist or fog, unclear, hazy. Joyride. Noun, an instance of driving a motor vehicle in a carefree or reckless manner, especially a vehicle which has been taken without the permission of the owner. Verb, to take a joyride. Late. Noun, a shift, scheduled work period, that takes place late in the day or at night. Adjective, near the end of a period of time. Adverb, after a deadline has passed, past a designated time. Protocol. Noun, the minutes, or official record, of a negotiation or transaction, especially a document drawn up officially which forms the legal basis for subsequent agreements based on it. Verb, to make a protocol of. SAM. Noun, surface-to-air missile. Applied. Adjective, put into practical use. Verb, to lay or place, to put one thing to another. Millionaire. Noun, strictly, a person whose net worth is at or greater than 1 million units of the local currency, but less than 2 million. Signed. Verb, to make a mark. Adjective, having a signature. Endorsed. Primitives. Noun, an original or primary word, a word not derived from another, as opposed to derivative. Limitations. Noun, the act of limiting or the state of being limited. Google. Verb, to deliver googlies. Retaliation. Noun, violent or otherwise punitive response to an act of harm or perceived injustice. A hitting back. Revenge. Ankle. Noun, the skeletal joint which connects the foot with the leg. The uppermost portion of the foot and lowermost portion of the leg, which contain this skeletal joint. Verb, to walk. Can. Verb, auxiliary verb, defective, to know how to be able to. Collide. Verb, to impact directly, especially if violent. Pretending. Verb, to claim, to allege, especially when falsely or as a form of deliberate deception. Noun, the act of imagining, make believe. Noticed. Verb, to remark upon, to mention. Earrings. Noun, a piece of jewelry worn on the ear. Circumstances. Noun. That which attends, or relates to, or in some way affects, a fact or event, an attendant thing or state of things. Center. Noun. The point in the interior of a circle that is equidistant from all points on the circumference. Verb. To cause. An object. To occupy the center of an area. Adjective. Of, at, or related to a center. Interested. Verb. To engage the attention of. To awaken interest in. To excite emotion or passion in behalf of a person or thing. Adjective. Having or showing interest. Minute. Noun. A unit of time equal to 60 seconds. 1/60th of an hour. Verb. Of an event. To write in a memo or the minutes of a meeting. Landing. Verb. To descend to a surface, especially from the air. Noun. Corridor. Actor. Noun. A person who performs, plays a part in a theatrical play or film. Contain. Verb. To hold inside. Owned. Verb. To have rightful possession of. Property. Goods or capital. To have legal title to. Verb. To grant. Give. Feedback. Noun. Critical assessment of a process or activity or of their results. Verb. To generate the high-frequency sound by allowing a speaker to cause vibration of the sound. Generator of a musical instrument connected by an amplifier to the speaker. Overheads. Noun. The expense of a business not directly assigned to goods or services provided. Noun. An overhead projector. Solution. Noun. A homogeneous mixture, which may be liquid, gas or solid, formed by dissolving one or more substances. Verb. To treat with a solution. Dry. Noun. The process by which something is dried. Verb. To lose moisture. Adjective. Free from or lacking moisture. Bottle. Noun. A container. Typically made of glass or plastic and having a tapered neck. Used primarily for holding liquids. Verb. To seal. A liquid. Into a bottle for later consumption. Also fig. Homes. Noun. An informal term of address. Like man or dude. Noun. A dwelling. Verb. Of animals. To return to its owner. Noun. A directory that contains a user's files. Planned. Verb. To design. A building. Machine. Etc. Adjective. Existing or designed according to a plan. Canonical. Noun. The formal robes of a priest. Adjective. Present in a canon, religious or otherwise. Smith. Noun. A craftsperson who works metal into desired forms using a hammer and other tools. Sometimes heating the metal to make it more workable. Especially a blacksmith. Coal. Noun. A black rock formed from prehistoric plant remains. Composed largely of carbon and burned as a fuel. Verb. To take on a supply of coal. Usually of steamships. Leaders. Noun. Any person that leads or directs. Couch. Noun. Couchgrass, a species of persistent grass, Elymus repens, usually considered a weed. Craft. Noun. Strength. Power. Might. Force. Verb. To make by hand and with much skill. License. Noun. A legal document giving official permission to do something. A permit. Verb. To give a formal, usually written, authorization. Purification. Noun. The act or process of purifying, the removal of impurities. Belief. Noun. Mental acceptance of a claim as true. Character. Noun. A being involved in the action of a story. Verb. To write, using characters. To describe. Educate. Verb. To instruct or train. States. Noun. A condition. A set of circumstances applying at any given time. Verb. To declare to be a fact. False. Noun. The act of moving to a lower position under the effect of gravity. Verb. Heading. To be moved downwards. Noun. The chasing of a hunted whale. Noun. A waterfall. Notebook. Noun, a book in which notes or memoranda are written. Beautiful. Noun, someone who is beautiful, can be used as a term of address. Adjective, attractive and possessing beauty. Ministry. Noun, government department, at the administrative level normally headed by a minister, or equivalent rank, e.g. Secretary of State, who holds it as portfolio, especially in a constitutional monarchy, but also as a polity. Ambitious. Adjective, of a person or their character, having or showing ambition, wanting a lot of power, honor, respect, superiority, or other distinction. Beach. Noun, the shore of a body of water, especially when sandy or pebbly. Verb, to run aground on a beach. Noun, a gravel-filled zone on a racetrack, used as a hazard, exclusionary region, and safety device to slow down and trap vehicles. Chic. Noun, good form, style. Adjective, elegant, stylish. Manga. Noun, a comic originating in Japan. Looking. Noun, the act of one who looks, a glance. Poem. Noun, a literary piece written in verse. Everything. Pronoun, all the things under discussion. Dates. Noun, the fruit of the date palm. Phoenix dactylifera, somewhat in the shape of an olive, containing a soft, sweet pulp and enclosing a hard kernel. Noun, the addition to a writing, inscription, coin, etc., which specifies the time, especially the day, month, and year, when the writing or inscription was given, executed, or made. Verb, to note the time or place of writing or executing, to express in an instrument the time of its execution. Crossing. Verb, to make or form a cross. Noun, an intersection where roads, lines, or tracks cross. Adjective, extending or lying across, in a crosswise direction. Shoulder. Noun, the part of an animal's body between the base of the neck and forearm socket. Verb, to push, a person or thing, using one's shoulder. Seekers. Noun, one who seeks. Considerate. Verb, to think about seriously. Adjective, consciously thoughtful and observant, often of other people. Caring. Photograph. Noun, a picture created by projecting an image onto a photosensitive surface such as a chemically treated plate or film, CCD receptor, etc. Verb, to take a photograph of. Euro. Noun, person living or originating from Europe. Noun, the currency unit of the European Monetary Union. Symbol, euro. Lab. Noun, a laboratory,